Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? It's me, Sia Abderazai. Today we're going to talk about something that is actually very, very important to me and is very near and dear to my heart. See, I have been running this crazy-ass, weird little art page slash art website slash community slash experiment slash project slash I still have exactly no clue exactly how to define it, and my stepdad keeps saying, hey, when is this going to become a viable business? Rah, rah, rah. But anyway, I've been running this thing called Black Iron Kisses for about 3.5 years now, and I talk about it all the time, and you guys who know me and follow me on a regular basis probably are sick and tired of it, but it is one of the most important things that I have ever done in my life, and is actually one of the main reasons why I know most of you in the first place. Now, one of the things Black Iron Kisses does on a regular basis is reach out and help out to the community and the world. And the past few times I've done projects, I've done it myself and out of my own accord, and it's been either helping artist friends get their own projects out, promoting their own things, or, you know, raising money for charities. One of them was the Safe Place for Youth, which is a homeless shelter in Venice, Los Angeles. Another one is the Royale Therapeutic Center, which is a, well, it's a mental ward. But one of the things that I envision about Black Iron Kisses, an important part, is getting connected to communities and to the internet at large, and creating not really like full-blown hard network, but some type of a net or a mesh, more a mesh, actually. Mesh is a good way to put it, to in case there is a type of an issue where somebody is in some sort of dire need, they'd be able to get the word out. Unfortunately, I really don't have the resources for it all the time and to help out, but we've been able to make some noise every now and then, which is really good. Now, which brings me to this case. We had a fan named Patrick Russell, and personally, I don't know Patrick that much. You know, Black Iron Kisses has quite a few fans and followers now. Some of them are officially helping people with getting the word out and are part of Black Iron Kisses proper, and basically they're running things more than I run them these days, which is great. One of them is the wonderful Lindsay Hawkins, living somewhere in Mexicali, Texas. No, I forgot what she called it, but it's basically in the border of somewhere between Texas, nowhere land. And she is awesome, and she's been actually helping with our Twitter account. And she got in touch with this guy, Patrick Russell, who helped us out when we were promoting Benton Rooks' Kali Yuga project, and he's on a sort of a social media hiatus right now, as far as I know. Benton, if you get this video, seriously get in touch with me. This is very important. But anyway, Patrick lives in this little town called Granville, West Virginia. And the city of Granville, which has a population of probably somewhere between 800 to 1,200 people. So it's a small little town, and they have, you know, small towns can do weird things all the time. So Patrick's has been living in this house for about 20 some odd years, and all of a sudden, the past year, there's, you know, people and inspectors showing up to the place and looking at the spot, and they're like, okay, what's going on? And out of nowhere, they get, boom, an eviction notice. In the middle of the current winter storm that is happening out east and the Midwest, which is one of the worst winters that has happened in over 109 years, I think, something like that. And they're like, you need to get out of this house. This house is condemned. This thing is filthy, and blah, blah, blah. Which is one of the things that I think is funny and is not mentioned as much in some of the media, and this is, you know, from what I've been gathering. They're like, okay, yes, I know this house has been in disrepair for a while, but in case if you have not noticed, I, Patrick Russell, am blind. And I am disabled, and I have 4 pets that I have around, that I walk around and I go with my partner, which I apologize, I don't know her name right now, but she seems like a very nice lady. And I'm going to be putting a link of all the information about this here once this is done. But yeah, so he's blind, he's disabled, but he's still trying to get things done, get some help. And one of the things that they did before this whole eviction notice in the middle of the polar winter happened was to say, hey, we can tear this thing down and move a mobile home in front of it. And they said, no, you can't. I said, okay, well, can we do structural overlay details? And again, they said, no. So they basically said, your house is in disrepair, but unless you want to build a completely new house, you can't live here anymore. And that would cost like, I don't know, 10,000 to like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand. And you know, Granville, West Virginia has a population of 700 people, and I don't know West Virginia's economy's export is these days. I don't even know if country music is a high export over there. I really, really don't know. So, and I don't want to be offensive to people living in West Virginia. Peaches? Peaches maybe, I don't know. But that's Georgia. No, that's Georgia. Anyway, so he is basically condemned, and they thought that they had some time to move out, and they said, no, you need to move out now, and they're getting the cops to basically push him out in the middle of what is called a polar vortex. I mean, look at that sound. Polar vortex. That just sounds apocalyptic, like this just coming in and just freezing people's asses out. So, Lindsay, along with the gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen of the internet, got together, and you know, there's this little collective thing that the media likes to keep calling evil hacker group called Anonymous, but that's a totally different conversation we're gonna have, because I don't want to like make this run too long. But anyway, Anonymous has gotten involved, and they have created this project called #Operation Safe Winter, or OP Safe Winter, and which is great, because what they are doing is very, very close to what I have been wanting to do with Black Iron Kisses for a long time, which is every now and then reach out to the community and help out people who are in very, very dire need and in low resources, even though we ourselves have low resources. And they've been generating some, you know, just some information and some noise about what is going on. Now think about it like this. If this would have happened about 5 to 10 years ago, this small town would have been able to kick Patrick out in the cold with his 4 pets to die. Literally, to die. Because he has nowhere to go. And one of his nearest neighbors that he could have asked for help has also refused, which is also very funny, because from what I have heard, and I gotta say this is alleged because I don't have the full information, I am all the way here in California, which is nice and warm, and it's so warm we're having a drought soon, but basically his neighbor is on this town city council, and she has approved a construction of a Little League stadium and a university stadium that is combined, which would bring some money, because stadiums magically rain money on people. I don't know how the fuck that logic works, but you know, sure, whatever. But basically, they want to construct this. But oddly enough, the plans for the construction of this place happens to be on Patrick's property. So this guy has been living here for 22 years, where no one has given a damn about what is going on. It is a small town, so probably, you know, everyone's houses are miles apart, and they're probably shooting shotguns in the middle of the night, thinking they're UFOs in the air and trying to shoot down UFOs. Again, sorry, I probably shouldn't have stereotyped like that, but anyway, his nearest neighbor, who is not helping him move, is not doing anything, has approved through the city council, by being part of the city council, the construction of this Little League stadium to rain money down. But Patrick's house is in the way. And, you know, Patrick is a blind, disabled man who probably, according to their neighbors, because they probably don't know much about what goes on with Patrick online, think that he's just some guy they'd be able to just, you know, take care of. Just make him disappear in the middle of the night and have the rain money stadium just come down. And that is just immoral. That is not only immoral, it is wrong. It is actually a pressure point, or point of what is so wrong with this country right now. With, you know, all the things with income inequality and corruption in politics and all the things. And, you know, got some people who are in the full libertarian right who are like, the big government is all evil, blah, 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 blah. And then some people are like, all this small government. But really, some people think that they can just get away with stuff like this. And it is just, oh God, it just makes me it makes me very upset, in case you haven't noticed. But anyway, Anonymous got involved, and it has generated enough media noise. One of my buddies, Frater Isla, or Isla, I don't know how you pronounce his handle, who writes for Disinformation and other media sites, published an article on Disinfo. So information is getting out there, and it has gotten to a point where they were not able to just evict him out of nowhere. And now all of a sudden there's pleas and hearings that he can, you know, tell and everything. So they basically they've realized that, you know, they can't just make Patrick disappear because the world is watching, and they have gotten an idea that the internet is paying attention. I don't think they have realized exactly how much power is there in the first place. Now, Patrick will most likely lose the house. And you know what? The house is in disrepair. He deserves to live in a better place, because Patrick does support independent artists like me, like Benton, like Black Iron Kisses as a whole. And he's, you know, been a fan, according to Lindsay. And while he is disabled and has a hard time singing, he believes in something being, you know, creative people who just don't have, you know, a lot of money to do work and do good. And it is very important for somebody like that to know that he is also appreciated in return. Now, I'm going to provide a bunch of links on this video. One of them is his GoFundMe site. He originally had a $1,500 goal that was hit, which is great, but he now has it up to $5,000 because they know they have to move. And trailer parks are not cheap, cost of living is not cheap, and it's in the middle of a winter storm. And he has a good amount of fans, he has good people for him, and it doesn't take much to throw in to be able to hit a $5,000 goal. I've done 2 Kickstarters before, and, you know, people freak out, and there's this tug back and forth about being able to raise money, but I do believe that, like, once enough concentration is generated, goals are hit. And this is not something, this is not a Kickstarter, this is not a movie, this is not something that is going to make any profit or anything, but this is something for somebody who has been helping people who have movies and projects, and some probably don't succeed. So I really hope you guys who have been following this for about 12 minutes now, go check out these links that I'm going to put up. Go read up on this story. Go check out Frater Isla's article and get the word out, because I think it is wrong, it is bullshit that a small town can just think that if they build a stadium, they will all of a sudden make money, which is stupid, because one of the reasons they're not making money is everyone who has a brain is probably running away from small town, because it is run by people who think that stadiums make money magically. So, please, help Patrick out. Check out hashtag OPSafeWinter. I have, you know, we have other people out there who are part of OP Safe Winter, and they need help, and Patrick is not the only one. Knowing that it is cold out there and people are desperate and in pain and hurt just sucks, especially when I know I can't help all of them, or even most of them, or even any of them full on. But I think Patrick is just, his story is a good starting point for people to wake up and realize that this is what is going on. This is how people get kicked out on the street. The people that you see shambling about like zombies, they probably got fucked over like something like this. Just variation that is different from the story. So please, check out the story, check out hashtag OPSafeWinter, and have a wonderful day. Sorry for screaming at you, world. Cheers.